What's up, Crabs? The Sonic collab starts on August 4th, so I'm going to be covering everything you need to know about this collab, the new Ubers, and the new stages. So let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the 5 new units they're adding in this collab update. First up is Sonic. He has a 100% chance to knock back Angel enemies and a 100% chance to slow Angel enemies for 2 seconds. He also deals massive damage to Angel enemies. He is blazing fast with a 95 movement speed, but his attack range is quite low at 190, which may cause him to clip into enemies, which is not good. Fortunately, he does have a very low recharge time for an Uber at just 54 seconds, and his cost is quite cheap at 3,000. Overall, I think this unit will be pretty solid. Next up is Tails, and I think this is quite the solid anti-red and alien unit for Into the Future and Cats of the Cosmos. He is a anti-red and anti-alien specialist with a long distance attack and a 75 chance to both weaken red and alien enemies and curse red and alien enemies for 5 seconds each. This is a fantastic kit to have because aliens are very ability reliant with their warp ability, so being able to disable that disables a lot of the pushing power a lot of aliens have. He also has a chance to create an explosion at 440 range, a guaranteed chance, which means it will boost his uptime even more and give him some nice piercing range. Overall, I think this is a fantastic counter to aliens especially, and can really help players going into Cats of the Cosmos and Into the Future, and maybe even carry players through some tough anti-alien stages. Next up is Knuckles, and he seems to be quite the solid mid-ranger. He has almost 8,000 DPS at level 30, which is very good, especially for a standing range of 350. Unfortunately, he does have multi-hit, which can divide the DPS up quite a bit and weaken him a lot. For his kit, he has Omni Strike, which means he can hit up to 400 and as low as -100, which actually comes in handy because he is strong against red and zombie enemies. He also has Zombie Killer and a couple immunities. He seems like a fairly decent zombie and red mid-ranger damage dealer, and I think he is decently viable, especially in the earlier parts of the game. The final Uber that is added is Shadow, and this is the one I'm most excited to try and pull. He is very fast, being as fast as Sonic with a blazing fast movement speed of 95. He deals massive damage to black and zombie enemies. He also has Zombie Killer and immunity to slow and toxic. The toxic one is especially valuable because there's not that much units that are immune to toxic, so it is always very nice to have an immunity to toxic unit. He seems to be quite a good unit with a large attack range sitting at 520 and 12,000 effective DPS at just level 30 against black and zombie enemies. He just seems like an amazing unit, and I am very excited to pull for him or any of these Uber units because they all seem amazing. Finally, there is a rare unit called Shadow Cat, and he is a fairly average metal meat shield with resistant to metal enemies. He is sort of like a slightly worse Future Cat, which is fine because more metal meat shields is always appreciated. So if you get him, you can just put him in with your metal lineup with Future Cat and whatever other metal defense you have, and he will work quite good against metal enemies. Now let's talk about the stages themselves. There are 3 sub-chapters: Chemical Plant Zone, Sky Sanctuary, and Green Hill Zone, which each have 5 stages each and feature Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. These stages don't look too hard and are quite mellow difficulty, only reaching up to 7 stars at the most, so they won't be that challenging. The enemy variants of the cat units do not look that interesting. They are basically just if the cat unit turned into an enemy. Finally, there is a Baron stage, Chaos Control levels 1 through 20, which features fight against Shadow. In level 1 through 10, it is mainly red enemies and Shadow, and levels 11 through 20 features primarily zombie enemies. Now, the second half of this gauntlet actually seems quite difficult, so this should be a good challenge. But overall, all of these stages seem decently fun. It's a pretty small collaboration event, but the units are what I'm most excited for. So, yeah, that is the entire collaboration event, summarized pretty quickly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing for more content. And let me know, are you excited for this event? Are you gonna try pulling for these units? Let me know. Bye.